Hi, this is Enhance Your Beauty with Eileen, and I'm Eileen. So I went to my eye doctor today, and she's this lovely young woman, and she sits down, and she doesn't look at my eyes. The first thing she looks at are my nails. And she goes, "Oh, you have great nails." I said, "Actually, I have terrible nails. These are fake." "Fake." She goes, "They're fake?" I said, "Yes, they're fake." And she's like, "Wow." I said, "They're called Impress." And she said, "Well, I'm impressed." So I thought I would share that little exchange with you. I just took off one of the nails. It was actually very easy. You could see my lousy nail. And there's a little bit of glue on there because they're glued on, but they're self-glued, which is really good. So the ones I'm using are called floating. You can't really tell. I mean, here's a full package. They come 30 in a package, which means you can mess it up as much as you want and just put on a new one. This is not the same color, but it's one of the packages I have. I haven't tried it yet. I've tried, this is actually, this floating is, I've had several of them already and different colors, and I particularly like this one. I will say that because of the self-gluing, I don't really recommend the very light ones, because what happens is the glue gets stuck. Like there's glue in there, and then dirt can get stuck, and then you can see it with the lighter nails. But with these shiny, darker nails, you don't see it. Also, the glue does kind of come off quickly, over a couple of days. You can't see it anymore. But I wanted to, and they come in all different sizes. I personally, they come in all different, like for your hands. So you measure each one to see which one would fit. So they kind of look like this. There's a little plastic thing, and you just peel them off like so. And then you just stick them on. And voila, there they are. You have this great little nail. Now, I have been known to cut them with a, if I think it's too long and I don't want them to be this long, I cut them, and then I will file them a little bit, and they're just like your own nails. You just press it right on, and they stay, and they stay, and they stay. So I don't know if I mentioned the name of this particular one I'm wearing is called Floating. I guess they're floating. I don't know. But they're really a lot of fun. You take them off. They give you like a little wooden stick, and you can pry them off pretty easily with the stick. And then you can use they give you like a little sandpaper, like so. And you can just sort of sand off the extra glue if you want to. And there you are. So to add to my lovely nails, I kind of would like to get rid of some of these little spots on my hands. I have what they call, years ago, they would call them liver spots. Eesh. I don't know why they called them that, but they did. And I have them. But I can cover them with, I'm shaking, Westmore Beauty. This particular one is called Light Radiance. And I just shake it up, and I put it on the back of my hand, like so. And then I just kind of rub, and they don't transfer. You give it a couple of minutes, you know, you want to let them like settle. And it really, this stuff, you can put it really anywhere on your body. Your face, I don't know about your face, but it's really, it's like a great body makeup. And provided you get the right color, you can wash your hands, and look, those spots are gone. And if they're not gone, wait a couple of minutes, just kind of do this, you know, and you can layer it and put a little more on, like so. And just, once again, I just take the two hands and rub the back of the two hands together, like so. And I have these lovely nails, and I have no liver spots. How wonderful. So, this is Enhance Your Beauty with Eileen. I'm Eileen, and today was Hand Day. So thank you for joining me. Bye.